What's up, everyone? Mr. NoobTube Gamer playing Call of Duty 2 in 2022. A launch title for the Xbox 360 console. It was also released on PC, which is the platform I'm playing on for this video. Now, for my longtime subscribers, you guys know that I prefer to play my Call of Duty games on console rather than PC. It's very rare that you see me playing COD on PC, because the console versions of almost all the Call of Duty games, old and new, have a much stronger player base on the console version than it does on PC. But Call of Duty 2 is one of the rare exceptions where you actually have more players on PC than you do on console. So if you're thinking about playing this game online on Xbox 360, I have to warn you, you're going to have a very hard time finding a match. I have a hard time finding matches on PC, but at least you have a much better chance of actually getting people on PC than you do on Xbox 360. I remember back in the day, there were a lot of people that played on 360, even up until 2011, 2012, which was the last time that I was really active on the console version of Call of Duty 2 on 360, but yeah, now it's pretty much dead. So don't bother playing this game online for the Xbox 360. Single player, of course, is always there, but if you're looking for the online experience, PC is really the only way to go. This game is a lot easier to set up than Call of Duty 1, which when I first launched it on PC, it took me like 2 hours, literally 2 hours to get the settings right and to make sure my display resolution was good and all that. It took me a really long time to configure it because it didn't work straight out of the box. Unlike Call of Duty 2, which pretty much worked right away. I didn't have to change my INI files or do any of that nonsense that I had to deal with for Call of Duty 1 on PC. So that's a good thing for COD 2 that's definitely better than COD 1, is much easier to set up and is a lot more user-friendly. You also don't have to downgrade to an older version of the game like you do in Call of Duty 1, where if you have the Steam version of COD 1, like I said in my Call of Duty 1 video that I made a couple days ago, yeah, you actually can't find any people playing the Steam version, so I actually had to pirate the game to downgrade to 1.1 in order to get any players. But with the Call of Duty 2, that's not an issue at all. The Steam version works. People are only playing on the most up-to-date version, so that's not a problem with Call of Duty 2, which is a great thing, because that was a really annoying thing. I paid for Call of Duty 1 on Steam, thinking that I'd be able to play online, and actually had to end up pirating it, even though I paid for it. It was a weird thing, so I'm glad COD 2 doesn't have that shit. As far as how many players you can actually expect in Call of Duty 2 these days, because it has been 17 years since the game's release, I'm not gonna lie to you, there aren't that many of them left. You actually have more people playing Call of Duty 1 these days than Call of Duty 2. It's very often that I struggle to find populated servers without bots, because most of the big servers that, oh, it looks like it has so many players, most of them actually are bots. They're not real people. And who the hell wants to play an online multiplayer game with bots? The most pointless thing ever. You're better off not playing the game at all than to play with bots. The sad thing is, most of the time, that's all you're gonna get in Call of Duty 2 is bots, and maybe 1 or 2 humans mixed in. But if you get on at the right time, you actually can find a populated server, as I did in this gameplay. I think I went on at like 9 in the morning Eastern time, so that would be around 2 o'clock in the UK. And the reason why I'm bringing up the UK is because that's where the server is located, is all the way across the pond. So you will have a higher ping, and depending on where you live, it might not be feasible to play this game online if you live too far away from the server's location in the UK. You know, so if you don't really typically connect to European servers because the ping is too high, then for that reason, it might not be worth playing at all. That would definitely be the case if you're an Australian gamer or an Asian gamer or an African gamer. You know, if you live in those continents, don't even bother, because there are no servers at all in that location. There are barely any servers in North America. So keep that in mind. But if you are in a region that can actually connect to the server, yeah, I'd say the best time to actually try to play it is on the weekends around 9 o'clock in the morning until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, because those are the peak hours in the United Kingdom, where most of the players actually come from, because I actually looked at their usernames, and most of them had a much better ping than I did. And the people that do still play this game are pretty good at it, because I have a hard time going up against them. You can see in this gameplay I'm doing quite bad. Worse than I usually am in a Call of Duty game. I end up doing better in Modern Warfare 2, and that game is filled with noob tubes flying around all over the place, and AC-130s and all that shit. Call of Duty 2, I just suck. And I really don't know what it is, because I'm a lot better at Call of Duty 1, and you can imagine that the player base is probably very similar in that they've been playing the game for a very long time, and they're veterans. They've probably been playing since 2003 in the case of Call of Duty 1, and 2005 in the case of Call of Duty 2. And I'm not sure, for some reason, I just do so much better in COD 1. I find the gunplay to be a lot more responsive, in my experience at least, where compared to Call of Duty 2, I don't feel like my shots are landing when they should. But I'm guessing that's a me problem and not a game problem, even though, like I said, I don't have that issue with COD 1. And the Call of Duty 1 server is also in Europe, so I can't blame it on ping either. So I'm not sure what it is, but as long as you come into Call of Duty 2 with an open mind, I think it's definitely worth playing. As long as you don't expect there to be create a class and kill streaks and the kind of stuff that you come to expect from a more modern Call of Duty game. Really, every COD game since Call of Duty 4 has had those features. Call of Duty 2 doesn't really have any of them. The only real difference I can think of, besides the gunplay being a little bit different compared to Call of Duty 1, is that you don't have to use health packs in order to regenerate your health. You don't have to pick up the first aid packs. The health regenerates on its own, as you would expect in most FPS games these days, really. That's been the trend for the past 15 years at least. And Call of Duty 2 was the first Call of Duty game to implement that feature. But there's still no sprint, so you can't sprint in Call of Duty 2. There are some custom servers that allow you to do that, and I even found a server that has kill streaks in Call of Duty 2. So, hey, if you want some of that stuff, you actually might find that in certain servers, because it is PC gaming after all, so there is a wide array of possibilities through modding. But overall, I'd say it's a pretty solid game. Even in 2022, the atmosphere is still very, very immersive. It's one of the most immersive World War II experiences you'll ever have, whether you're talking about the single player or the multiplayer. Weapon design is top-notch. Map design is really good. I'm not gonna lie and say this game has the same type of longevity as most of the other COD games that are out there, especially from COD 4 onward. But you can definitely still get a lot of enjoyment out of it, so long as you come in with an open mind and prepare to get wrecked, because like I said, these people that still play are really fucking good. But that's Call of Duty 2 in 2022. Let me know what you guys think about the game in the comments down below. Do you still play it, or have you never played it before and you're thinking about it after watching this video? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.